Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes
Alright.
my opening performance.
Day 2. Well, part 2 actually. We have about 2 more hours of the game. And it's about the court trial for furina.
Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So this is what it is. Yes, you deserve. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice. The embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
I can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Furina, what is the meaning of this?
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes.
Oh no.
You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve.
Let's go.
I, Furina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice.
Justice.
This time, I will protect you. Applaud and rejoice.
Protect who?
One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words, this shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Fosalor, will now begin!
Woohoo!
Oh, now we're making history. Why does it feel like Furina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my
Witness.
accuser and fated opponent.
Witness of Tivat. Oh no. I would have liked to see clorinde versus Furina though.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
Why is the volume getting lower and lower?
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates.
They're all in cahoots.
They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you.
Insurrection?
The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean, the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
Hi, child at McDonald's. You're here at the beginning of the stream again. We're at the second part of the finale. So we're gonna have about 2 hours to go through.
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontainian history.
Oh, thanks for the like. Thanks for the like, child.
That's right. That house was a magic box rather than someone's residence.
By the way, child, how did you decide to go from the name of Venti, then you just switch it to Child? Because Venti and Child are very different characters. Or if you switch your name to Kazuha, at least Venti and Kazuha are animal. They're the same element, but what made you decide to change your name to Child? Because I thought you said Venti was your favorite or your main.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Areneas. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human.
Yeah, this is the Furina trial, the beginning of the trial.
My thanks, Furina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The
Oh,
House
wow.
of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off.
Wow. Some Fatui agents are actually on our sides. This is weird to see.
We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
But I gotta make the pinned comment again. In case of some viewers. Pin message.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Sorry. Oh man, I feel bad for lying to her. For trapping Furina now.
Then, I can guess Neuvillette and Chloran's parts.
I can't imagine Clorinde. Well, she just went on the stage, right, to draw her sword out.
You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
Correct. You are correct.
Well, Clorinde, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
But I would pay money to see that. Clorinde versus Furina. Or Clorinde fighting anyone, actually. Versus Child. Clorinde versus Child would be a good match.
As for you, traveler.
I'm
I
sorry.
suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson.
I didn't agree to this. Like, I didn't know this was the plan, but...
You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage.
We were all just playing Among Us. We were just playing Among Us. No.
Oh?
My mission. We hope that you share your secret with us.
Is that so? Then I suppose I must have missed my final chance. It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Let's go! The only thing we can do now is judge the Hydro Archon. We need Sino here, man. Can't help but feel a little bothered by the conversation earlier. What did Furina wanted to say before we got on the stage?
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte! Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh? Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine! So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for an argument!
Wow. She documented everything we've done. Technically, she's a stalker. She stalked everything in Fontaine. It's a super practical gift.
Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
Hi, Pokey Walker.
You defeated
Welcome.
the Hydro Archon in the very first duel you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. I guess you could also see this as a happy coincidence.
Are we really gonna go through everything we've done since 4.0?
This is the first time Monsieur Neuvillette had a difference of opinion with the oratories. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out. A Fatui Harbinger. She's an extraordinary person. Her instinct must mean something.
These are the past quests that we've done.
The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed in a single day. That I didn't witness that scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think. According to Monsieur Neuvillette, both Childe and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
Oh.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on, Neuvillette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this. Of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon.
Well, wait a minute. We have voice lines. I was like, wait, I know this voice. Where's the character? Then I see the traveler there.
Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Hold up. Hold up. We are actually accusing of her being a fake Archon.
Wait, what was that? Lady Furina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
She never was.
Charge accepted.
MC talks quite a bit in this quest. Yes! They listened to us. Genshin listened to us and actually did it. They give the main character voice lines. Not just some thoughts in his head that he speaks to himself. You know when you have to pick the choices above our head as the MC?
Lady Furina, do you plead guilty to the charge? Lady Furina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Furina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah. Even though Lady Furina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Furina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make such a huge claim?
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the God of Justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives.
Wow.
What do you say to that?
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? You have to not only refute Furina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
People only see you as their Archon.
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
We gotta solve this now? Are you kidding me? Irrelevant. So it's this one. Oh, okay. Relevant. Child's conviction, the knave. So child, Fatui, and let's go with this.
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this.
Okay. This one. Right! Arlecchino attacked her, I forgot.
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
Such as a curse.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
Doesn't matter who gave us the information.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
You sensed it too, huh, Neuvillette?
Instead of an Archon, could you just be a cursed human?
Lady Furina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the endemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
Oh. Wait, that one trial proved the opposite. Furina actually has no control over the Oratrice at all. This has to be the child one.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else.
Yeah.
While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
The rules of the court!
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Furina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon? Well, now you're really losing me.
Who could it be?
It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created.
Alright.
You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
Sure, we can put the Oratrice aside for now. But then, Miss Furina, could you give us a brief demonstration of your power as an Archon?
My power as an Archon? There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
Alright!
You don't need to go that far.
Surely an Archon can at least match the capacities of a human with a vision.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon?
What's the mystery?
Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Oh, Paimon sounds so angry.
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium! Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that a huge stretch?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
Oh,
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's excuse.
We're winning.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Furina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me? Please? You've got to believe me.
Oh no, she sounds so sad.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up.
If we can't prove she isn't the Archon, we can try to prove that she's just human. Or if she's only human. Irrelevant. Should be this one.
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used as compelling evidence to build our case. Can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Yeah, I'm still in this part. Weren't you watching last night that I stopped before the Furina trial? You were watching, right? Did you forget?
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
You spent almost 15 minutes just being confused, not including 30 minutes of crying because you were confused. I mean, at least you said you finished it in 3 hours, the whole quest. I don't know how you did it in 3 hours without skipping dialogues, but you were still fast.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice.
Oh.
I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn.
Yeah, Navia. Don't get...
Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives.
Hi, Kent. Welcome back, Kent. Have you finished the Archon quest?
Including those of some of my closest friends.
I have about 2 hours left of the main quest of Furina's trial.
So, Miss Furina, would you dare to touch some of the seawater?
Yep, alright. Don't tell me anything, no spoilers.
If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching the seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is
Really?
strengthen your case.
Whoa. So the primordial sea will give the Hydro Archon strength instead of making the Hydro Archon dissolve? Whoa.
But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Guilty.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Furina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontainian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
Thanks for the like, Kant. I think that was you, Kant, right? But she has no power. She gave it everything to the aura trees, right?
Lady Furina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Alright! Even here, Nevillette's kind of helping her.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
Shut up, man. Cringe.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified of it. That could only mean...
What's going on? Is she really planning to... That's not what we thought she would...
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Furina, you may...
Whoa! She did it! Why do I have a book here? Oh, okay.
Hey!
She actually...
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved! Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water! Really? Was this not the most obvious thing in the world?
I love how confident she became after touching the water. Even her tone of her voice. She was like, I'm really your Archon. Nothing like a normal human. You don't know why she did that? She did that to prove she's an Archon. What do you mean she's stupid?
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Yo, Miss Sweet Dream is out of the prison too.
Siegewin?
Oh, is that fake water?
Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. Let me see.
You know? Shut up, man. You're slow. That's still you're trying to give him a little bit of spoiler.
That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewin.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Furina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Furina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Furina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Furina could have...
Wow. Then why would they set her up like that? They make her look stupid now.
I can't believe...
So basically, they lied to Furina. To save her own life. That's what you said. You should have said that now, not earlier.
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing.
You honestly confused? So basically what happened is, like Neuvillette, Navia, and the rest of the group, they gave Furina the water to touch to prove she's an Archon, right? If she will dissolve. So she did that, and so she believed that she's proved that she's not guilty. But then just now, it turns out that Sidrine and the others put a very low percentage of primordial seawater in that bowl so that it will not dissolve Furina. Because they didn't want the unexpected to happen, which is Furina touching the water. So their safe, what's the word? Their fail-safe was they will put, I guess, 80% normal water and 10% primordial seawater so that it will not be strong enough to dissolve Furina. So now they're trying to show that the seawater is fake, so why would Furina not know that the water is just normal water if she's the Hydro Archon? So now she's like, listen to me, everyone. Don't give me such cold look. What happened just now didn't prove a thing. So they basically made Furina look stupid by being so confident, saying, I am the Hydro Archon. I didn't get dissolved. See? And then that's when they put the Sidrine card and say, joke, psych, it's 80% normal water and like 5% primordial sea. Oh, I mean 90% normal water, 10% primordial. Or 80% normal, 20% primordial. Sorry, my brain was just thinking fast.
Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater?
So now, in her defense, she's saying, how can the people prove that an Archon won't be affected by the primordial sea?
Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
Yeah.
Please, everyone,
oh, man.
anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
They gave her tears. No, why would they do this? I mean, I think this is proof enough that she's an Archon. No normal human being would even dare to touch the water. Even though if the water is fake. Like, no one knew it's fake water, but no human would dare to even think about touching it. Why did they make her cry? Nahida's the first Archon to cry.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Furina to win.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
You feel bad for her? Yeah, me too. I feel bad for her more than I feel bad for Nahida. Because at least for Nahida, she was still locked up in the room. In a way, she's safe. But here, everyone is against her. And Furina has her reasons why she's hiding something. But she can't demonstrate her power because of something as well. At least for Nahida, once she was set free, she's strong enough to show her power. But I don't know. Nahida, I don't know who had it worse. I think Nahida had it worse still, I think. Because Nahida had to grow up for 500 years in a locked up cage. Furina lived her life, and she just being against now.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway her. She's too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Furina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine.
I can't stop it.
Who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens.
Why are you
Furina
autoplaying? Stop playing. I need to talk.
Guilty.
Oh no. Okay, stop moving. Okay, we good. Bro, have you not figured it out yet? You predicted the whole thing. Did I ask if you figured it out? If I figured it out the whole thing, I would have just said it, right? If you're so smart, why don't you just quit the game? Only 2 people are happy, lore. Who are the 2 people? I figured out she's the Archon, because she's in the banner.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
That's like you saying, bro, have you not finished playing the game? You can see I'm still playing the game, right? Even if I figure it out, I can't confirm that I'm 100% right. Oh, Honkai Star Rail wishing. Honkai Star Rail, are we gonna get a 5-star? Are we getting Jingliu?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Furina is...
Damn, bro, it's on his periods. No, man, it's you. The way you speak is very different. You don't know... you don't know how to talk normally.
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
Do you see Childe McDonald's, or I can't think of a name, trying to like spoil things or say what they think about the thing? So what if you predicted it? Are you happy? Congratulations. Is that what we want to hear? Like, okay, you predicted it. What can that do for my game? It's nothing's happening. You figured it out. So what? You have to control what you type, man. I know English is not your first language, but you know how to speak English. It's not about you don't know how to speak English or not. Did the Oratrice declare Furina to be innocent? Question mark.
No. The Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Guilty. Guilty.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon. Guilty.
Wait a minute, Pokewalker. What do you mean by predicted that entire thing? Do you mean you predicted if she's an Archon or not? Or you predicted why she's not using her power? Because I know she's an Archon, because all the advertisement of hoyoverse, even like in 4.0, they already said she's an Archon. She has an artwork with Zhongli, Raiden Shogun, Venti, and Nahida as an Archon 3-year anniversary thing. But I'm just figuring out why she's not using her power. Are you saying you predicted that she's an Archon, or you predicted why she's not using her powers? Oratrice. The split thing, it was a spoiler! The split thing was everywhere! It was a leak information in every Genshin community. Like her eyes is the most obvious. Are you gonna say you predicted it because you saw her eyes are different? orifice mécanique de l'hélice près des nerfs. Did you guys see the YouTube or TikTok that every time Neuvillette says the orifice's full name, it ended up being a rap? You literally asked. Yeah, I know, but that's not really a... I mean, they spoiled it before. They leaked it. They leaked it before this update.
To be punished via the death sentence.
Whoa! Death sentence. Death sentence.
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
Oh yeah, back in 4.0 or 4.1, I was predicting like maybe she has a body double like Raiden Shogun to her sister before. Because they were twin sisters, right? Raiden Makoto and Raiden Shogun. But the whole Inazuma people think Raiden Shogun is the Archon because she's going around as the body double of Raiden Makoto. So for here, I was predicting that it could be similar. There's a split somehow.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court, and it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice? What an unexpected twist.
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate this quickly?
Is the Archon. Yeah, but the Inazuman people don't know that. The Inazuma didn't know that they're twins. Did you know that? The Inazuma people think there's only one Archon until now. They think it's the same Raiden even before her sister died. They think it's the same person. Yeah, but the statue is Makoto. Yeah, but the people don't know it's Makoto. The people of Inazuma don't know they're twins. They don't know who is Makoto. The people of Inazuma only know Raiden. Only Raiden. Do you understand? The Inazuman don't know the twins.
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Even Fache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice.
Yeah, that
you know,
dude.
the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Yeah, this douchebag should have been sentenced to death. This guy was cruel, man. That was too dark for Genshin Impact, actually. You know, like kidnapping women and girls, turning them into dissolved water. Instead of Furina, the Oratrice rendered judgment on the Hydro Archon.
Indeed. Not only is Furina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Furina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place. But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
Excuse me, if I may interrupt.
If Scara got sentenced for his war crimes, what would he get? Are you talking about in the jurisdiction of Fontaine? Or Inazuma? Or Sumeru? Because they all have different laws. Because if he was being sentenced in Mondstadt, for sure they'll be like, you're free to go. This is the country of freedom. And Liyue, I think Liyue would just make him work. Make him work to get money. To help Liyue get more, generate more money.
Is the trial still going?
Fremine, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Oh, I have an idea. I'd actually want to see Scaramouche in a court trial in a Fatui Harbinger setting. They would accuse him of betraying the Harbinger and making him guilty for leaving the Fatui. That would be interesting to watch, don't you guys think? And that Childe, what if Childe would be Scaramouche's lawyer? Maybe Arlecchino too? I don't know.
Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
So Arlecchino, the knave, asked us to do this.
That the first prophecy slate?
Hey, this looks like Makoto. This looks like Raiden Makoto, man. This looks like Raiden Shogun. But this is a boy. Why is there a boy?
Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
Nah, child would just say your mom doesn't love you, Scar. No, I think child would just say to Scaramouche, I think I want to fight your mom.
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water. But has the trial already concluded? Then doesn't that mean I've come too late? Oh no. Father will be disappointed in me.
Not too late.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate.
Guys, here's a question for people who speak French. Why does neuvillette at the end is let and Fremine is nay? Why is this not Freminette? And why is this not neuvillette? Shouldn't it be the same? Neuvillette, Freminette. Neuvillette, Fremine.
Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates. I would like you to come here and confirm their contents.
Actually, you know, I can't wait to see Wanderer meet Raiden Shogun in the future. Because they finally gave us Xiao and Zhongli talking to each other, like so many times now. So I'm happy for Xiao and Zhongli interaction. Now I just can't wait for Raiden Shogun and Scaramouche to talk. Or like, somewhere together. They show us in a cutscene.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
This looks like the previous Hydro Archon releasing her divine power, which is Egeria.
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
So Furina tried to hide the history?
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's Furina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon. So when
No,
you
we
say
didn't.
Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kind of talking about?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
An association between the contents of the slates and the events in real life.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
Another puzzle! No, okay. Let's begin!
The first stone slate describes what you just said.
Yeah?
It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans.
The Oceanids turned into humans? That's different?
Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well. The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky,
Yeah,
and the
I figured
Hydro
that out.
Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them.
No, why would they worship the Celestia? Come on, Hydro Archon, stop it!
This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontainians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing? The third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon on, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontainians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on.
Oh, thanks for the like, by the way, Pokewalker.
We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
I think this is wrong. Evidence. Yeah!
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontainians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason that Fontainians can dissolve.
Interesting. So Fontainians are originally Oceanids. That's crazy, brah. Worshipping an original sin. Who do we do this? The flood? Let's try the flood.
That doesn't sound... That doesn't...
Charm.
That doesn't...
Who else? The T? Furina. Yeah!
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that neuvillette mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, has recorded on the stone slate.
Yeah, boy. Yeah,
it's
boy.
Not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
Yeah,
the
boy.
prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontainians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an Oceanid.
So all the women didn't die. They're still alive in Oceanid form.
The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin.
Crazy. That's crazy. Still putting guilt on people's sins from the past.
Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved.
Yeah.
She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay.
Interesting. And then her bodyguard saved her. Her assistants.
The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what.
Yeah.
The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truths should come to light.
complete.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So but then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Let's hear them.
The first slate reveals.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
All Fontainians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis.
That's crazy!
The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
The crime of the Hydro Archon was her creation of Fontainians from Oceanids.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission.
Oh, I see.
That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
I'm still convinced that it should come after the fourth slate.
Yeah, isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate?
Depicts the fulfillment of prophecy as it already widely known.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That's crazy. Then why is there even a Hydro Archon if the Hydro Archon doesn't have any humans to worship the Archon in the first place?
Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within. If everything goes well, we should finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Yo, so is the knave not human as well? That's crazy.
Well?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you. Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
Oh, okay.
The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind.
So Hydro Archon's people are Oceanids and water droplets.
However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea.
I see.
She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process.
Mimics.
But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids. Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race.
I thought he was crying again.
And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
Wow.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
That's way too much information for me. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
Wow, now they're all flipped the switch.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontainian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate.
Oh, okay.
The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct.
What is the third slate supposed to represent?
A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids.
What?
They have not been dissolved, which
Okay.
implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the
Yes.
nation of trials and justice.
Yes.
Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice.
Justice.
You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
Can't be.
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
Oh, look at this prophecy. She's actually sitting like the one in the slate.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
Yeah.
What should we do?
Feels there's no way out of this.
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
You're also an Oceanid, Clorinde.
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions. About the fourth slate, you probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meropide served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes?
Yes.
However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come.
Oh yeah, it didn't really look that grand. All it took for it to stop was Neuvillette doing this. And then it's sealed.
As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
I have? Cutscene! Oh, not a cutscene. Figuring it out again.
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come.
Whoa!
We must find the
Hi,
root
Bailu.
cause of the disaster.
Good morning to you, Bailu. Aren't you at school, Bailu? Why are you here? Isn't it almost 10 a.m.? How are you watching me at school? What is the true source of the catastrophe? It's almost 8. Oh right, I forgot you're from South Dakota. My bad, my bad. Murder case, no. Meeting the name. Let's go!
It was both dream and reality.
Oh, that was it?
If we're talking about a the true culprit. That could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The true culprit is this whale. I've solved it. Game over.
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Is that really it? Whoa! I'm so fast! Big brain! Oh! Cutscene! Everyone, run! Just fly! Turn into ocean eggs! Oh no, oh no. Oh! Hey man! Neuvillette! We finally see Neuvillette teleport properly. Whoa! Yeah! Oh, that's it. Oh, he's sealing it? Oh, it's a shield. Neuvillette! Neuvillette! Oh, we're about to be eaten. They're dead. Oh, hey! Yes! Let's go, child! Charlie McDonald, what are you doing here? So has Child been fighting this whale this whole time in the sea? Whoa, Neuvillette and Child team up this time. Let's go! Follow it! Actually, no, Child, stay here. You're finally out of the sea. Oh, round 2. Neuvillette versus Child. Round 2. Let's go! Oh, he went back down? No! Why did no one save him? Dude, it's confirmed. Neuvillette.
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the opera house? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
It's confirmed. Neuvillette really hates Child. He could have teleported and carried Child, but he just watched Child fall back down the primordial sea. That's right.
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Teyvat.
Oh!
It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow.
Wow.
That is the main cause for the rising sea levels.
Wow, so that freaking alien is just trying to drink the sea from our planet. So the primordial sea was not the problem at all. It was not causing any flood to happen. It was because of that freaking alien whale that is like making the sea grow because he's pushing the water or something.
And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Great, now the whale will eat everyone here because they're all made with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontainians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food.
Yeah.
Food in the form of Fontainians.
Exactly. Oh, Bailu, you gotta go! Okay, have a good day, Bailu. Good morning. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the like. See you next time.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner.
No, I think Arlecchino, the knave, would have stepped in as well.
From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
Exactly.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
Beat it up.
It is too late.
Do you
It had
mean?
already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself.
What?
Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
Oh, other world! Honkai Star Rail, let's get it! Let's get ready!
That's not something I will accept.
Emoted, yeah. Childe basically just did a GG, good game, when they lost a match.
We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Yeah, dude, you're a dragon. Just show your true form.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
Let's go, Blade. Let's go, Blade. Show your Blade form from Honkai Star Rail.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
Yeah, let's go, Mikasa. Come on, Mikasa.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Uh-oh, what's this?
The prophecy.
Oh.
Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
By the way, you can know you're genuinely sorry. Yeah, so no problem, man. As long as you learn from your mistakes, then you're fine. Because there was one viewer back then that was really bad. He was really different. He wouldn't say sorry, but I had to ban that person. There was just no talking to that person before. So I was worried that you will be the same person. Draw child? Do it! Do it for fun! If this is all about fate, this is like something Mona would say.
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall?
Is this Mona's mom, Mona's master's friend? The N?
Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future.
Uh-oh.
All you need to do is to play your part.
Uh-oh! Honkai Star Rail! I don't know why, but... Could be a prophecy fulfilled. There will still be a way to save everyone. Did I miss something? Yeah, you missed a lot! Wake up! Yeah, she was gonna tell us something, man!
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! How will you do a death sentence? Cuts, voice lines, yes! Wake up, Furina!
No, I still need answers.
Yes, yes, yes! Furina, wake up, bruh! Wake up! Oh? What is that? Neuvillette, you should have brought out a shield. Where's your shield? Hey, it looks like Ayato. What is Ayato doing there? The real Hydro Archon, Ayato. Can you imagine if it's actually Ayato? Is this Egeria? Hey, don't tell me this is Nilu. Whoa, it's Egeria!
You...
It has to be the previous Archon. Wait, what's this? Is this a see-through? Or is just the color of the dress?
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Furina.
Exactly.
Who are you?
How do you not know who she is? You're an old dragon.
the sweet sound of
Posalors.
bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Fosalor. You know, the god.
The god.
Fosalor, why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving. The heavenly principles.
Crazy.
Deceiving the heavenly principles.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor.
Right.
That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass, and as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time.
Did you post a drawing on Discord? Yes! Yes! I want to see the drawings!
I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor.
Yeah, I'll probably show it on stream. Everyone's drawings on the Discord.
Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Whoa.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known.
Heavenly Principle. Did you forget? In the beginning of the game, when they kidnapped our sibling, our twin, that's the Heavenly Principle, the unknown god. That girl that we all think it's Paimon, you know? The one that kidnapped your sibling, that's her.
After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being.
I knew it! I said this! This is like the Nahida thing of Rikudavara. Rikudavara put her consciousness to another body or something.
The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Furina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles.
Finally, an Archon that is attacking the heavenly principles after 5 countries that we went through. Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine. She's the only one that's did something against heavenly principle. We all know Snezhnaya, Tsaritsa is planning something against the Celestia. So I'm excited for that too.
Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Furina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy.
Yeah, she says she's the protector of them. So she's part of them. Like the Celestia, basically.
Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness.
Well, we'll figure out who the heavenly principles are when we reach the Celestia part of the story. Right now, we're just in Fontaine, Pokewalker, relax, man. If we figured out who heavenly principles are, then Genshin Impact would have ended by now.
Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass.
So what's gonna happen to Furina's character now? Is she gonna fuse back with Focalors? Or what?
I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Furina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being.
Yeah.
I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure.
Yeah, man.
It must have been torture for her.
Yeah, man, and you were calling her guilty and everything, so bad.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it.
Yeah, dude.
It's been 500 years.
Another thing, again, 500 years. It's always 500.
And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Cutscene, cutscene. Okay, no, I heard something. Yeah, we touch her tears. I can form emotional connection, just like I did with Oceanette and Fontaine. Wait, could this be Furina's inner world? Dude, this is like when we went to rescue... When we rescued Nahida. Nahida was stuck inside somewhere. Okay, we're gonna go talk to her. No, they're really making us use the stairs. What is this, Honkai Star Rail? Just let us climb the stage, bruh. Hey, where is Neuvillette's chair? Why is it gone? Neuvillette's chair is gone.
Who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules.
It's me.
All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
But...
Oh, do not jest. Can you not feel it? I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontainians are upon me. I must, at all times, display the utmost elegance and nobility.
We need a streamer to discuss theories. I've done that before already. It's because you're new here. We've talked about so many theories on my streams already.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough. Shudder! Beg for mercy. Shudder!
Giving you, Furina.
What gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Come on, Zhongli, just out here.
Beg for mercy. Yeah.
Also, Pokewalker, wait, let me pause this. I can't pause it! Okay, I can stop it for now. Also, Pokewalker, the whole 500 thing that Lumine... No, remember in Dainsliff when we were in the chasm, where we took the flower? It says that, Lumine woke up earlier than... I mean, our sibling woke up earlier than the main character. So Lumine traveled the world by herself, and by the time she was done, that's when we woke up. And that we were too late. And that suddenly we're having flashbacks of Conria, that we were in the Conria fight 500 years ago. So everything is still a blur. But one thing's for sure is that our sibling woke up earlier than us, and she left us alone for some reason. She went to travel the world, and then she decided to join the Abyss. And that's when she broke up with Dainsliff, or that's when he broke up with Dainsliff, whoever your MC is. That's weird. Oh no, is the final boss the whale? Okay. Ticket. A ticket for Honkai Star Rail, baby! Woo! Time to join the Astral Express. Okay. Furina. Fosalos. Oh! We're Fosalos! I mean Furina. Oh, this is scary. I can't even run. She's in her other form where she has short hair. Dude, this is scary.
Furina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me?
Time to wake up, Furina.
Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're near me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, very good.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass?
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
Are they the same voice actress? Because this is a different range.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around.
Magic!
It is the reason why you met me today.
Is Mona gonna do something?
I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Let me check. Are they the same voice actress? Rosa Laura's voice actor.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
So this is when she created Furina.
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
Those cubes? Those are called Minecraft blocks.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
He said earlier, a never ending.
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial? Huh. How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Send some speech. Alright, earlier was scene 1. What am I talking about? Oh, we're in the long hair. We're in her long hair form now. We're in Super Saiyan 3. I don't get why Genshin is making us do this. Just go straight to the scene. What's the point of making us walk? At least give us the option to run, man.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural.
Summon courage?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Furina de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Furina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play. Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering, if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
A personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before. Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Oh man, this is basically like Furina reading YouTube comments and listening to every YouTube comment.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice.
Ardor.
We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its God. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine. There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Yeah! Scene 3.
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now, was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right, Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
You're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again.
Lady Furina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't...
Oh, is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy. The day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time.
Do I not feel thirsty? I just had dinner before starting the stream today.
But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be safe.
Yeah, you kept acting for 500 years.
Alright, Furina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Scene 4.
Lady Furina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Furina, I've...
Indeed, my dear loyal citizen.
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today.
Man.
I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about.
Is this like day 3 of being an Archon and acting an Archon?
I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
No, Furina. It's the same title. Oh my gosh.
Lady Furina, it's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Deoteria.
Been 20 years.
20 generations ago.
And what a fine family yours is. What is it, good citizen?
Are you crying?
Oh, really now? I didn't even notice.
Oh, I think she cried because the lady said 20 generations. It's been that long.
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder.
So interminable.
Oh. Dude, this...
So lonely. Just how much longer?
Dude, did you guys know this? What she said here is what says in the fountain. Did you guys know? If you go to the fountain and turn off the music and turn 100% the dialogue, you will hear in the fountain that Furina says this. Now we get it.
Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far? I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries.
Centuries!
There's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy.
I mean, Furina could have talked to the other Archons, right? She could have contacted Venti. She could have contacted Zhongli. At least during that time, Zhongli was still Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis didn't die. Or maybe Raiden Makoto. Makoto's still alive. And the Archon before Nahida.
All I can do is keep heart. I must
Why? What's this?
maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine.
This is crazy.
Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
This is crazy because they did tell us that Venti and Zhongli have met each other just to drink. Venti would go over to Liyue to have a glass of wine with Zhongli drinking tea. Why couldn't that be the same with Furina? Furina could have just reached out. Seen, oh wow, 800,000, 1,800,000.
Furina, you don't have
It's
to shoulder
us.
this burden alone.
It's us.
Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
I mean, yeah, Focalors did tell her that she cannot tell anyone about it.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
Yeah, Zhongli called us this. Witness of Tivat.
A witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tivat from beyond the stars, yes?
Yes.
In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tivat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case... He's right. I could confide in him, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Furina, you shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really alright, Furina? You've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt.
This is very similar to zhongli. Zhongli faked his death to show people that people doesn't need zhongli anymore. But here, furina is looking for people to talk to.
If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. I am Furina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Yeah, for another 500 years.
Fine.
So even Furina doesn't know the truth?
Wow.
You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Wow.
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself.
Okay, I get it.
She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine.
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
What? So you're gonna kill Furina? You're gonna kill yourself?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
Right.
I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Furina suffered?
So she's gonna kill herself and Furina?
My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Right.
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia. and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
Alright.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Furina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course.
Yo, what? Whoa, hold on!
In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
Interesting. He's getting his full power back then. But Furina's gonna die. Is Focalor's gonna die too?
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I mean, Rukkhadevata did the same thing. She just recreated her not consciousness. I don't know what's the word, but she created Nahida with her same, I don't know, same something.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves.
Exactly.
Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence.
Hey, isn't this just another word for Raiden Shogun's eternity? Continuation of existence. That's basically eternity. This is what Raiden Shogun has been fighting for. Eternity. Continuation of existence.
Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too, at last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
Cutscene!
The hour of my execution is almost here.
What?
For the sinner, the curtain call has come.
Are you crazy?
I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common.
Wow. She's doing something Zhongli can't even do himself.
Farewell, Neuvillette.
What?
I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
I have to rewatch this later, man. Choose here, she has a giant sword just like Eula's ultimate that will just come down and explode. Yamero! What? I don't get it. I still don't get it. What does killing herself have to do with what does killing the Hydro Archon attack the heavenly principles? Oh, Furina's still alive, at least. Is she still alive? Oh, this is crazy. We just saw a death of an Archon! Well, now he has his power, right?
I, Iudex Neuvillette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
Yeah, all that happened in a split second, and all these people saw just a white light.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
It's because of that damn whale! But no, the prophecy says that the Celestia still has to punish the Hydro Archon, right? But the previous Hydro Archon is already dead. So why is the punishment still carried over to Focalors and Furina? So are you saying that in the next Hydro Archon, that new Hydro Archon will still carry the punishment from the past Egeria? It doesn't make sense.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature.
Oh yeah! We need a 5-star, we need a 10-star Neuvillette banner.
We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice. The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring Narwhal.
Narwhal? This is crazy. So in the current world of Teyvat, each country has an Archon except for Fontaine now. Fontaine is ruled by a dragon! Azdaha could never! A Pep could never! Valen is jealous that he's not an Archon. I mean, he's not the boss of Mondstadt.
Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Because of this alien! This damn alien! This alien has kidnapped Child! But maybe Child is happy because he's fighting every day. Wait! Wait! I'm blowing my nose! Man. Oh. All right. I've held that for so long. Let's get it.
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the layer. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. We shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power. But look for an opening together.
I'm not even healing it! Oh, I did at the end.
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Order guide you.
Beg for mercy. Flood of frost.
Get back there!
More speed.
I can't even hit him! I need Amber here, bro! Destroy the eye of the stuff.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. A chance will present itself.
Not gonna lie, it's really beautiful here. From the far side of the Sea of the Snow. What is this? Boss fight!
Thingy over there. Really scary.
The dragon broke my shield!
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
So what if Neuvillettes' power and he can give it to us? He's dead! Rasengan! My shout does a lot of damage because I'm a Shao main. But my Eula is the strongest attack for some reason. Whoa! Jingliu! What's Jingliu doing here? What the heck? He just threw Childe! Childe got thrown away again!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but it was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime.
Wait, what? Disciple? What the heck? This is Childe's Childe's master. And she said, my master's pet. Who's her master? So we found out Childe's master's master now.
Oh, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point. But they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
Dude, she's the first character that is not look like from any country. She really looks like she's from out of space. Honkai Star Rail? Your master's pet?
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Childe's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
Would take the all-divine narwhal power? As a pet?
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much.
Exactly.
And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Oh, Paimon is... Oh my gosh, Paimon is confronting Skirk.
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation.
Oh my god, she's gonna die. Paimon's gonna die. Skirk's gonna kill her.
So what sort of person is your master? Well, Childe's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Yeah, I said that earlier. Childe's master's master.
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did.
It's a him. He's a him. Another future character coming soon.
His name is Sertologi.
Sertologi? What the?
Huh?
How is he still alive?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
What? Not even this old dragon knows him?
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
Whoa, I've known the Fowl legacy.
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhine-daughter?
Yo, we've heard of this. We've heard of Gold Rhine-daughter. Isn't this the one that created Albedo?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine-daughter's part of the
Oh.
Hexen Circle. She's
Yeah.
Albedo's mom, right?
Yeah, I remember this. Albedo's creator.
Oh, so you do know that
Oh,
name.
wow. Oh,
To be
wow.
honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either.
That is crazy. How is Albedo's mom the master of Skirk? Oh, Pokewalker. Oh, finally, something you didn't know. You didn't know Gold and Rhine-daughter? Come on, Pokewalker. You should have known this.
But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine-daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Oh, wait. Never mind. She just said her master is likely similar to Rhine-daughter. So her master is probably part of the Hexa something. You know, like Mona's master, Alice's mom, now Albedo's mom, now Rhine-daughter. I mean Skirk's master. They're part of that group. Those witch people! Damn!
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Yeah. Who's this other person now?
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you.
What if in the end we get to see Fatui Harbingers versus the witch clan? Hexen Circle. Okay, I'm gonna remember that name. Hexen Circle.
That the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you.
Weak.
Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos.
Okay, we're underneath Fontaine right now.
In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
No.
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
That's the thing I'm thinking about. How is this deceiving heavenly principles? All Focalors did is did the prophecy. Focalor just followed the prophecy. Pokewalker, this is not the prophecy. I mean, she just did the prophecy. How is that deceiving heavenly principles? What's the point of killing herself? After what Furina did for 500 years? That's what her conclusion is? Focalor just gave up, dude. The prophecy said Fontaine will be destroyed. Yeah. And the Hydro Archon will be alone by herself. Which, what's the point? Why did Focalor kill herself? So Focalor would rather kill herself before the prophecy was happened? But it's not working. Focalor's dead, now the prophecy is still happening. To save Fontaine. Yeah, but they just said Fontaine is still about to be flooded.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain.
Well, she's dead.
On her throne.
Okay. You see, the prophecy is still happening. The prophecy is still happening. Why did she have to kill herself? Do you get what I'm saying, Pokewalker? Child?
The sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Why did she have to kill herself? It's stupid. Why? She could have just give the powers back to Neuvillette, and Neuvillette will forgive every Fontaine people. There's a problem here. Something is wrong.
Help! Over here!
Dude, this is like a Titanic now. She didn't think so far? No, man. She had 500 years. Furina died. So what's gonna happen to the map of Fontaine now? What? Is Fontaine coming back up?
All hands initiate emergency rescue.
But why? You're just a prison guard. What are you doing, Wriothesley? You're supposed to be in the prison.
Hurry! Hey, lend a hand.
Everything is Gucci now? No, it's not Gucci. Fontaine was flooded. It didn't stop any prophecy. Furina didn't have to die. Because of the previous Hydro Archon, it is the previous Archon's fault that there's a flood.
Look, the water's receding.
Okay, now it's receding. What? Why is it going back down now? Who's this NPC now?
It's a miracle.
And then Luffy's gonna come here.
The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy
Is this Furina? Wait, so human Furina's still alive.
Are you alright?
We're safe.
What?
The prophecy was wrong.
Who's this? Neuvillette? Oh no, it's just a sun, right? He's just a sun. Woohoo! Furina didn't die! But does Furina have the memory of Fossilors? That she killed herself? Because Nahida doesn't remember Rukkhadevata killed herself.
The soul renewed. The Spina Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spina Rasula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it.
Furina the Little Oceanid. Dude, I said it. I called it. I predicted it before. It's the same as Raiden Shogun. The Fontaine people doesn't know Furina is a body double, just like Raiden Shogun. They just reused the same concept, man. Nahida is kind of the same, but with Rukkhadevata, I don't know, but Rukkhadevata created another body for her next Dendro Archon, and she erased everyone's memories about Rukkhadevata. But for Furina and Fossilors, it's just a body double. But Fossilors said she created Furina as the younger version of herself. But technically, Furina's body is still an Oceanid. I don't know.
Starship Winglet, lunar brain of the Fontaine Research Institute.
Oh wait, yeah, this is the ship that was in Wriothesley's, what's that called? The lower ground? I don't know what you call it.
The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once-overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team.
Can you believe Childe's voice actor is getting money by just making fighting sounds like ugh, ugh, and then at the end just being thrown into another portal and just doing a thumbs down, that's it.
Wow!
You get paid!
Barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down.
But where is the knave? Why is the knave not shown up yet? Why did she do nothing? I thought she was gonna come in and fight as well.
The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia...
Hyman's curious too!
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best in...
Are you sure?
Oh, this time will be different.
Look at this stupid world quest, it's still here. Can this thing disappear? Oh wait, this is Archon quest. Can this stupid world quest disappear? Where do we go? Where do we go? I'm on the high speed VA. Actually, no. Did you not hear? Simon's voice actor wasn't being paid.
More speed.
Where's the knave?
Navia!
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh?
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich.
What?
He represented the knave in sending us a
No.
large amount of supplies.
No!
And is helping with our work.
I want to see the knave, not you.
Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just...
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible.
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too.
Clorinde!
How are things?
We finished laying down the construction
Mikasa.
materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clorinde?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Furina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel.
Yeah.
About what it was like facing down a god. There's
Exactly.
lots of exciting material there, I bet.
How would you feel, Clorinde?
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I have to watch this scene in Japanese. I want to hear Mikasa's voice.
I see you're the same as always.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Clorinde at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the
Cool! You took a photo with Taylor Swift.
Was it a good shot?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots.
Okay, this is so much.
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
Bye! I thought she
You're
left.
very quick.
I thought she left.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news. And also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might have been...
Wow, you really do have that
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Neuvillette, and he told you, right?
Oh.
That's a...
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media?
Exactly.
I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Wriothesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which...
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll...
Navia?
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Wriothesley. I still remember going down to the fortress to grill him for information on my father's case. Boy, did he take me for a ride. Without telling me anything, of course.
But he did invite you to tea, didn't he?
2 large pots of it, in fact. It was good tea, though.
I have to agree. The tea there is very good.
Speaking of that, would you like to have some today?
Well, I'd be partial to some shortbread.
Wow, it's like we've got a menu or something.
Good.
What flavor of biscuits would you like, Mr. Snezhevich?
Me?
Snezhevich?
I'm fine with any...
All right. Leave it to...
I'll go over the newly arrived supplies with you later.
That works great for me.
Is it just me, or did you get a new lipstick?
Whoa! Are they becoming best friends again?
I did. It was a gift from Sijuin. Want to give it a try?
Whoa!
I think the color would suit you too.
Hey! They're getting back together. By the way, guys, what's the point of Mona showing up in Fontaine? Mona just did she just dropped another section of Mondstadt, right? Is that the main purpose of Mona showing up? I thought Mona would like help out during the battle. I was so happy to see Mona's cutscene, but what's the point? It had nothing to do with the main quest. And she just confirmed that she's not from Fontaine.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
You guys are so mean. You guys are just giving silent treatment because of Mikasa. You guys should just type Mikasa best girl. Go. Mikasa best girl. There we go. Mikasa best girl. Best girl or best waifu? I don't know, man. Let's go for this.
Looks like you've been missing us.
You missed the action, Wriothesley.
Did you come all the way to the entrance to...
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want...
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr...
No, I just...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet the boat that brought about a miracle. Still, if I might ask, where...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory.
Yeah.
I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
Oh, nice.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps...
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, two solo folks...
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone...
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Ah, Siegeween.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at...
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
What are they doing after this Fontaine story? Come on, bro. You've been playing Genshin, don't you know? We're going to Natland next year. Natland is next. Probably gonna be out next summer. It's once every year. One country every year.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
I thought he said a bad word here. Flying ship.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes.
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, just a pity.
Yeah, 5.0. Well, Pokewalker, guess you're gonna have to wait for 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, and 4.6. Wait, Pokewalker, are you a new player? Is this your first time playing Genshin? Like, do you not know what happens while we wait for a new country?
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two. I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
Oh, but he got thrown into another portal.
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news.
Oh, actually...
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Furina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Miss Furina's departure? So she's dead. She's actually dead.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's
I'm confused now again.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
You don't know what they do? They do nothing. It's just events. Events every update. Rerun banners. It's just events. Rerun banners. That's your answer, bro. That's your answer.
There'll be a next time?
Furina departure means she's moving out? Really?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time.
What if the scene...
Until then,
What if the scene earlier we saw Furina seeing the sunlight was actually her in the other world, like she's dead?
all right. Last stop, the docks.
I want to go see Furina. Is she alive?
You know, I'd love to see you.
Is that really necessary? Our line of work doesn't really...
It's precisely because we don't need the picture that they'll have value.
Maybe
How
I'm
does
just happy that I
Yelan...
managed...
Yes, you successfully...
You should be happy for...
How does Yelan and Wriothesley keep their jacket on like this? As a cape. Next. Oh, we're back to the entrance of Fontaine. Oh, we're going back outside. I need to eat first, bruh. Where's the statue? There you go. Go! Woo! This is why you be a Shao main. You don't take fall damage.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Hey, Blade.
Would you like a magic pocket?
Yes.
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things.
Yes, give it.
The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
Bye, child. Thanks for watching till
You
the
could
end of
just make
the
a friend like
story.
Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some...
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your
You sure are working hard to help Fremine social.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Finally.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future...
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. Father says that you did a great deal during the latest event.
Yeah, Arlecchino!
She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's alright. We were more than happy to help.
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. After Lady Furina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
Of course, we just give the gnosis again.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Childe, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
Well, that's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
Hey, Tent, you're the last person from Australia that's the one last standing on the stream today.
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the fortress of Meropide a while back.
Okay.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The Gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Childe?
Yeah.
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds.
Okay.
I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
So Skirk just threw him back to Snezhnaya, literally. I guess I can call him one of my war buddies.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
Yup, the knave. The knave is my favorite now.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Is this the knave?
Father.
Yes!
Well, what do you
Yes!
know?
Yes!
Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Are you going to take the Gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
That is our duty as harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is something I've always done.
Guys, can you remind me what level Harbinger is Arlecchino? Is she like 3rd or 4th? I forgot.
Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration.
Me too, me
Good
too.
things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Yeah. Hey, here's Childe's vision. You can give back.
A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Uh-oh.
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
No, we won't see the knave again until like in the future, man. We have to wait till we reach Snezhnaya.
Farewell, Father.
Father! Mommy!
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This will be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
You thought we would fight her? We didn't fight the Torii. We didn't fight the Torii though.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, traveler, Paimon.
To move things about?
Wait, are we gonna ask Furina or Neuvillette about our sister? Cause up until now, only Nahida gave us good information. I mean, only Nahida gave us the only information about our sister.
That's right.
Our sibling.
Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets.
You fought Scaramouche though? But Scaramouche, when he fought Scaramouche, he was a god already. He left Fatui at that moment. He was like, forget the Fatui. because the Torre was gonna use him as a subject, right? So Scaramouche was like, I'm gonna become a god, and I'm gonna kill the Torre, and I'm gonna kill everyone in the world, and then we stopped him. So now he became Wanderer.
I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then, we'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later.
Bye, bye, Delayed.
Guess we said Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see what Neuvillette's doing? I've got to think.
We have to go see Furina. Wait, hold on. I didn't get my adventure. I didn't get my adventure expeditions.
Ad Astra.
Yeah. AR-58, baby. Woo! Okay, boy. Oops. Hiya! Parkour.
More speed.
Neuvillette. What is going on, man? Where are we meeting, Neuvillette? Neuvillette. Dragon. This is Tom. Where are we going? What the hell? It's not even... It's not even in there.
The entrance to the fortress. Ooh, he really is there.
Why do you have Eula? Because she's the latest 5-star I have. And also, she's the strongest. Look at her attack. She's my strongest attack right now. Especially when she hits her... When she hits her, what do you call it? Let me show you what I mean. When she hits her... skills, she becomes 3,000 damage, bro. Where is it? Oh, here. Barry Allen. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. I wanna trigger her. I wanna activate her skill. Let me pop this up first.
Solidify!
More speed.
It's my lucky day.
Okay, we had 220. Wait for it.
Shut up.
Here, look at my Eula damage, bro! Look at my Eula attack! 3k! Even my Xiao. Oh, my Xiao is also 3k. Oh wait, so Eula buffs the entire team. I didn't know that. Oh yeah! All of my party increases attack. I didn't know that. So yeah, this is why I have Eula on my team. She's my latest 5-star, and she's my waifu on Genshin. Damn, I didn't know this. Cool. Now let's head back to Fontaine. Great. Now I have to run all the way there again. Wow? What wow sound effect? Did someone say wow? Woo! You know the anime wow effect? Wow! Let me just collect this. Thanks, mate. What is this? Oh! More events! Oh, I have to trial her out. Hold on.
Useless.
Okay, we need the dragon and another dragon. It looks like we're getting married to Neuvillette, man. What is this?
So, you really are here, Neuvillette. I didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved?
Yeah.
This business is still quite the mystery to us.
Can you explain to us why Furina Focalor died?
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Oh man, he's not gonna explain? Focalor deceived the Heavenly Principle and used Furina's endless performance to save Fontaine.
So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
You see, Pokewalker, the prophecy came true. All Focalor did is give the powers back to Neuvillette. But why couldn't Focalor... Oh wait, never mind, yeah. Focalor could not make the humans pure humans because they have to get permission from Celestia. So she gave the powers back to Neuvillette because he's a dragon and he has the authority even before the Celestia came to Teyvat. Right, I get it now. The Fontainians were finally truly born.
Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
No, that's the thing I just figured out, Pokewalker. She couldn't give her powers because the only thing she would be giving is the next Hydro Archon. So the thing I'm confused right now is Focalor gave back the authority to Neuvillette. So is there going to be a next Hydro Archon or not? Because if Focalor just gave the powers to someone else, then that person will be the next Hydro Archon, which will continue the killing the prophecy. But Focalor found out that she cannot stop the prophecy from flooding. The only way to trick the Heavenly Principle is she will kill herself. So that there will be no Hydro Archon at the moment. So Neuvillette is the actual leader of Fontaine right now. Will Neuvillette be technically the new Archon? No! Focalor gave back the power to Neuvillette because remember in the earlier version of the game, Neuvillette explained that the dragons are the real rulers of the countries. But then Heavenly Principle came, took the powers from the dragons, and made the humans Archons. So now, Focalors decided that that is wrong, so she killed herself, leaving that Hydro Archon spot empty, and that in that way somehow she gave the powers back to the Hydro Dragon, which is neuvillette right now. So right now the Heavenly Principles, I guess they have to pick the next Hydro Archon, which will take a long time, I guess. So in the meantime, Focalors' plan is to make neuvillette save Fontainians to be real humans. But while the prophecy of flooding still happened, and only neuvillette stopped the flooding. So no Hydro Dragon, no Hydro Archon. Yeah, no Hydro Archon for now. Which is why I was so shocked earlier when you saw me. I was like, dude, we are witnessing the death of an Archon, and there is no Hydro Archon right now. So there's no 7. It's only the 6 right now. An Archonless? Yeah, because it went back to the dragon. The dragon is the leader of Fontaine again. The original leader is the Hydro Dragon.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask.
Yeah, how about our sister? How about our sibling? Do you have any idea? You're older than the Archons. You're older than the Celestia.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Alright, about Childe.
I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young.
Yeah?
There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal.
What? So even back then when Childe was a kid, he woke up the whale.
But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalors deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
Guess Focalors had Fontainians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans. Hang on a second. Paimon suddenly got another question. Back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Fontaine's future.
Yeah, about that. Wriothesley said furina has already left. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Ah, Lady Furina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out.
Oh.
She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House.
Oh my god.
I related Focalors' words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest.
Yeah, Furina needs to rest, man. She deserves this.
Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House. Not unlike how an ordinary person might.
I think she should just go meet Nahida. They would be best friends.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel.
Yeah.
In truth, I am somewhat happy for her.
Me too, bro.
The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal.
It will take 500 years.
But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalors the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
Yeah.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
The Hydro Dragon, baby.
After Focalors passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function.
Okay.
This matter will directly affect our trials.
Yeah.
After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Like an actual court.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person.
This is crazy. Neuvillette has 2 titles now. He's become the actual Hydro Dragon Sovereign and the duty of Udex, the judge. Wow. You know what? Neuvillette is what zhongli would have been if zhongli was not that emotional about people not needing him in Liyue. Zhongli should have just stayed alive. Even though if the people of Liyue doesn't need him, like, what's the point of saying you're dead?
Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
The same for Liyue. They're not producing any more money because zhongli is dead.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia.
Wow.
And it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Yeah. Are we gonna see Archons versus dragons? Or Fatui Harbingers versus the dragons?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Fontaine's Gnosis.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the 2 Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power.
Yeah!
As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
About our next journey.
You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume.
Natlan. They call it Natlan, not Natlan? Man.
I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land.
Let's go.
As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
What the heck? Well, then why are you here? You should be there.
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself,
okay,
the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity.
That's crazy! Neuvillette's an ancient dragon, like older than freaking Natlan's.
Natlan is also the nation of war.
Yeah, I know this.
War ravages those lands like an undying flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the knave that I believe may be useful to you. The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
They call it the Captain, not Capitan. Capitano. My bad. The Capitano. I thought they would call him Capitano, man. Why do they call him the Captain?
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
Cool.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Bye-bye.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis.
Why?
When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
Let
What?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface.
Yeah.
It went something like this.
Flashback? But we were just with her.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Neuvillette?
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend.
A god's curse? Could this be Zhongli's curse?
I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Ah, of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Whoa! The third! Right. We are the fifth descenders, right? The remains of the third? So he's dead!
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
Us and the siblings are the fifth, right? Oh, fourth. We're the fourth.
Huh. According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
What?
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
The gnosis are the descenders remain?
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts, and my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger, then.
Cool.
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
The remains of the third descender? So that's what the gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
One, the gnosis are related to descenders. Two, that the one who came before me has died.
I guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender.
Oh, so all the seven gnosis came from the third descenders. And what about the first and second descender?
I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right? No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels creepy, comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all. That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Childe recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers that way.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
All right. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what ultimately is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
What? That's it?
It seems from your expressions that you still have ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I suggest that you fully prepare.
Cool. Interesting. All right. Cool. Well, that was it for 4.2. See, if I did it yesterday straight, I would have streamed for 5 hours, because it's been 3 hours and 24 minutes tonight. And yeah, that is cool. That is it for tonight's stream. Oh, I forgot to get this. Oh wait, yeah, I want to try out Furina. What am I talking about? We'll play tomorrow, maybe, maybe not. We will see if I have time. How did she transform? 18 seconds! Charge attack, okay. Physical damage! Cool. Plunge attack, what the heck? AoE, hydro damage, blah 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 blah. I'm not reading this. I don't get it. I need charge attacks, right? What the heck? Stop it! I need healing? Are you not dead? Die, bro.
Time to shine! How dare you! How brilliant!
Wait, how did my team take damage? What the hell? I need to use Bennett now.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
She's a charge attack unit. Wait, he loses HP? Why am I losing HP? Oh my gosh, she's a HP build. Summoning 3 creatures. They will attack nearby opponents. Based on max HP, when they attack, if characters more than 50% HP are nearby, the members will increase attack based on the character. Okay. And Kusum said, what the heck? Her skills? Why does every Fontaine character consume HP? This Xiao should be from Fontaine then. Charge attack. I guess charge attack can heal. Whoa! Cool. Okay, let's test this theory out.
Everybody stand back!
Okay.
Shower me with praise!
Why is it generated?
Let the world collide!
You're crazy! I'm guilty!
The show begins!
Also, his skill is from changing different modes. It's like a child. Like child and not a child. I want to transform. I'm short hair right now. Let me go long hair. Wait, I'm not.
Time to shine!
What? He's dead again. The meaning Ocean heals, not your charge attack. Okay. She does more damage when off-field. She drains her team HP. Yeah, oh, I am not getting her, never mind. Xiao cannot work with her. Hydro Tao? Hydro Hu Tao? So she's like Jing Liu from Honkai Star Rail. I wanna know, how do I change my form? How does she change to her long hair form? I just changed my long hair form. What just happened?
Let my name echo in song!
You charge attack? Oh! I see. Oh, what the heck? Oh yeah! Every charge attack. Well, what's the difference over long hair and short hair form? So long hair summons this one water creature lookalike.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The other form summons 3 of these things. Oh! Okay, I see. Which creature heals me though? Long hair or short hair? Wait, I can't pause. Okay, there we go. Your charge attack changes the form and the skills. Yeah, the creatures heal you. Oh, that giant creature heals me, and the three smaller ones fight for you. Okay, cool. Okay.
I'm going in!
But what does the recharge ultimate give then? Hey! It's not changing! I charge attack! Oh, there we go.
Time to shine!
Let me read this again. Creates stage foam that deal AoE hydro damage based on max HP. causing nearby party members to enter a something state. Why am I not transforming? I'm doing target attack. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Look at her animations. It's pretty cool. Okay, how about the other form?
The show begins.
This is so cool. She's the first character that can transform. They should have done this with Childe, with his foul legacy. Oh, Sam! Hi, Sam. Welcome to the end of my stream. By the way, Sam, meet Pokewalker, your fellow country person. Pokewalker, this is Sam, one of my very first viewers. So you better give Sam respect. You understand me, Pokewalker? Respect Sam. Bow your head and greet Sam with the utmost respect. Yeah, Sam, you came too late, but it's fine. At least you showed up. Rin did not show up for 2 nights in a row, Sam. Rin did not show up for 2 nights. I don't know why. But yeah, anyway. At least you're here to say bye. No, I think Rin's just playing Honkai Star Rail now. Respect. Alright, thank you guys for watching tonight's stream. At the end, thank you for staying till the end. Pokewalker, is Kant still here? Is Nameless still here? Yeah, Nameless is still here, right? Yeah. Yeah, Sam, respect. Sam, you deserve the respect. Thanks for the like, Sam. Thanks for chatting, helping the algorithm. Have a good night. Have fun, and have fun having dinner. You know me so well, Sam. You know me too well. But yeah, alright. Good night, guys. See you in the next stream. If I'm not streaming tomorrow, I might upload videos, who knows? But yeah. Bye-bye.